Hi, in this session we'll discuss the existence and uniqueness of second order homogeneous differential equation. Okay, it's a very small session. The only thing they will ask you in the exam is basically they will ask you to state the conditions for existence and uniqueness of second order homogeneous initial value problems. Okay, it's a very simple thing. Okay, so let us look at this. So I hope you understand this word second order homogeneous linear ODE. Okay, with initial conditions. So this is the thing we are going to discuss here. Okay, so what do you mean by this existence and uniqueness of solutions? Okay, so when you have a physical problem, or suppose you have a differential equation, okay, and so with some initial conditions, suppose you are asked to find the solution of that equation. Okay, so before you find the solution of that, first of all, the condition to be required is that the solution should exist. Okay, if there is no solution to that equation, no matter whichever method you try, you will not get a solution. Okay, so before you do a problem, you should know whether a solution can exist to that problem. So that is called the existence problem. Okay, so whether a solution could exist to that problem, only if a solution could exist will our methods to find the solution would work. So that's the first one thing, what is to find the existence of a solution. Okay, now what do you mean by uniqueness of solution? Okay, suppose a solution may exist, okay, but there could be multiple solutions. Okay, so if there are multiple solutions, so that means the solution is of no use to us. Why is it so? Because usually when you model initial value problems, or when you are writing a differential equation, actually what you are doing is that you are actually modeling a physical problem. You are modeling a physical problem with some initial conditions to solve that physical problem. So now if you have a multitude of solutions, so you will be confused as to what would be the solution. Okay, so that maybe that physical problem would require a course of action, but now you have many solutions, so that means you will have multiple course of action which will not be relevant to that physical problem. So if there are many solutions also, that will also make the problem complex. Okay, so you will be interested in a solution which is unique. So you will be interested in a problem in which has unique solution. So that's what you mean by unique solution. Okay, so when you have a differential equation or initial value problem, there should be two imperatives which should come to your mind. One is that whether a solution would exist, and the second is one is that whether the solution which exists is unique. So now we are going to devise a condition which states whether a initial value problem with second order has a unique solution. Okay, so that's what you're going to do here. Okay, it's a very simple thing. Okay, so for your examination purpose, they will only ask you to state the condition, so you don't want to study the derivation or problems also is not required for you, just you have to understand what is the condition. Okay, so suppose we have a second order linear homogeneous equation within. So I am going to take a second order linear homogeneous equation here. For example, y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y is equal to 0. So suppose I am taking a second order linear homogeneous equation with here. Okay, here p of x and q of x need not be constants, it could be functions also, and I am giving you some initial conditions. For example, y of a is equal to some constant and y dash of a is equal to some other constant. Okay, so we are going to check whether we are going to state the condition in which this problem has a solution. Okay, so this condition states that if p of x and comma q of x, so basically these are functions, suppose these functions are continuous in an open interval containing x, are continuous in an open interval. Okay, where of course a will be lying. So if the p of x and q of x are continuous in an open interval containing a, then this problem would have a unique solution. That is the only condition. Okay, it's very simple. So if p of x and q of x are continuous in an open interval containing this a, then there would exist a unique solution to this problem in that open interval. Okay, so this is sitting here. You're taking a homogeneous ODE with these conditions. Okay, and the statement and the condition is that if p of x and q of x are continuous on some open interval, then this problem would have a unique solution in that interval. Okay, so this is the unique existence and uniqueness condition, and if they ask you to state the condition, you have to just state this theorem. Okay, now I'll also tell you the state the condition for non-homogeneous equation also, because it is very similar to that. So, okay, suppose you have a non-homogeneous equation which y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y is equal to r of x. Okay, so in that case also, if p of x, q of x and r of x are continuous in an open interval, then it would have a unique solution in that open interval. Okay, that's so both the statements are just same, but this is not required for exam, but since they are similar, I am just mentioning that theorem also. Okay, so I hope you understand what you mean by the existence. So first of all, the solution should exist, that's called existence condition, and if the solution exists, it should be unique. That is called the uniqueness condition. So in both existence and uniqueness conditions, basically what is it? Basically it means P of x and Q of x should be continuous in an interval containing that x0. That's it. Okay. Now let us illustrate this concept through some problems. I don't think it is important, but still we'll just explain some problems for you. Okay. So let's look at this problem here. You can see that this is a second order equation, linear equation with it's a non-homogeneous equation because G is basically acceleration due to gravity, so it's actually a constant here, so it's a non-homogeneous equation. So if you compare it with our standard equation, which is y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y is equal to r of x, here you can see that your p of x is 0, your q of x is 0, and similar your r of x is g, which is a constant. So we can see that these three functions are actually continuous for all x, or continuous on the entire real line. So we can say that there exists a unique solution to this problem in the entire real line. Okay, because this function p of x, which is the 0 function, q of x, which is 0 function, and r of x, which is the constant function g, is continuous for all x, or for continuous for all the real line. Hence it contains a unique solution over the entire real line. That's one way. Okay, one other question is, so another related question is, find the longest interval of the line such that there exists a unique solution for the initial value problem, this. Okay, so again let us look at this problem. Okay, so let us look at the standard form. Standard form is y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y. Here r of x is 0, so I'll just keep r of x is 0. So you know that the existence and unique condition states that if p of x and q of x are continuous in an interval, then this initial value problem would have a unique solution in that interval. Okay, so what is p of x here? So if you look at this problem, your p of x is in the standard form. If you compare with the standard form, your p of x is simply minus 3x by x minus 1, and your q of x is simply 4 by x minus 1. And you know that both these functions are both these functions are actually continuous except for x is equal to 1. So both these functions are actually continuous except at x is equal to 1. So except x is equal to 1, at every other point the functions are continuous. Okay, and which is the which all open interval can you say? So basically the function is continuous for in minus infinity to 1, open interval minus infinity to 1, and also 1 to infinity. Okay, and this initial value problem is actually defined at the point containing minus 2. So your open interval should contain the point minus 2. Okay, now can you give me the biggest or longest interval on the real line in for which there exists a unique solution, which will be that the longest interval should contain this minus 2, and which is the longest interval which you can think of in the real line for which the function p of x and q of x are continuous, which will be that it will be simply will it be the entire real line? It will not be the entire real line because the point 1 cannot come there. Okay, so if you just delete that point 1, which is the longest interval you can get, so that p of x and q of x is continuous, it is basically minus infinity 1. So this is the longest interval on the real line for which this problem would have a unique solution. Okay, it's a very straightforward thing. You are just looking at the points where p of x and q of x are continuous. Here they are continuous except x is equal to 1. So we will look at the interval which does not contain this one. There are two intervals are there. One is minus infinity 1, another one is 1 infinity, and also your initial point is minus 2. So it should lie in that interval. So only this interval is possible here, which is the longest one. Okay. Similarly, you can look another problem also here. Okay, I am taking a non-homogeneous equation also. There also you can apply the same problem. I have taken the same problem there also. So if you are comparing it with y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y is equal to 0 is equal to r of x, here your p of x is actually minus 3x by x minus 1, your q of x is actually 4 by x minus 1, and your r of x is actually just x. Okay, comparing with the standard form. Okay, and where are these functions continuous? These functions are continuous at the points where x is not equal to 1, and this function is continuous for all real line. Okay, so altogether this p of x and q of x and r of x are together continuous for all points except x is equal to 1. Okay, so you look at so you have to find the longest interval for which there exists a unique solution here. So what would be the possible longest interval here? So except this x is equal to 1, there are two intervals possible, which is minus infinity 1, and the other one is basically 1 infinity, open interval. You are taking an open interval there, therefore 1 will not be there in that open interval. So there are two intervals such possible. One is minus infinity 1, another one is 1 infinity. And now can you tell the longest interval which contains minus 2 and for which your p of x and q of x and r of x are continuous? That's simply minus infinity 1. So you can say that the solution would exist in, unique solution would exist in minus infinity 1. Okay, so you can see that. So basically this theorem just tells you whether a solution exists. They won't give you the solution. It will just tell you that whether a solution would exist or whether a solution is unique. Okay, you will have to find the solution using other methods, but this is just a statement for you, just gives you the condition before you start. Okay, so when you are given a problem, you can look at the problem there and look whether the solution would exist. Okay, this just states a condition only. So only the condition is required for your exam. The proof is not required for you, and even the problems are also not significant. I just wanted to illustrate that concept, that's it. Okay, so the conditions are only this theorem you have to understand, which is this one. Okay, so basically the condition is simple thing, that is your p of x and q of x should be continuous in an open interval. So then in that case a unique solution would exist in that open interval. Only this much is required for your exam. Okay, so that's it. So that's the end of the third module. We'll start with the fourth module in the next video. Okay, thank you.